Good evening, glad to have you with us here on the Toledo Sports Network at CW13. I'm Norm Raymer along with Mike Jamison tonight. Boys high school basketball, we're at Lake High School, and it'll be the Lake Flyers hosting the Toledo Christian Eagles. It's an interesting matchup between two schools in two different conferences.
Well, you know, we've talked about this. We've done a lot of the Lake games. They're probably one of the quickest teams we've seen in the past 2 or 3 years. But what seems to happen with Lake is as they get deeper into the playoffs, and that's where they're at right now. They're looking at playoff bound. They get in trouble with the big boys, and tonight they're going to meet some big boys.
Well, Jacob Reddick for the Lake Flyers had knee surgery. He is done for the season, so that may make Lake's bench a little shorter than what they've been used to. Dave McWinney, the coach at Toledo Christian, he thinks they can take advantage of that.
Hey, you've got 6'8" Adesi in there. You got Ochoa that'll be coming in off the bench. Not to mention, you've got some great three-point shooters right there. There's that. You just can never count out a Toledo Christian team.
Well, I think the question, too, is which game are we going to play? Are we going to play the half-court, pounding inside game that Toledo Christian wants to play? Or is it going to be an up-and-down full-court game that the Lake Flyers want to play? We're going to find out next on the Toledo Sports Network and CW13. Good evening. Just about ready to go. Boys high school basketball. Lake Flyers hosting Toledo Christian. Norm Weber along with Mike Jamison. Let's give you the starting lineups. First of all, for Toledo Christian, who comes into the game at 3-3, and they are already 3-1 in league play. In the backcourt, Josh Graham, a 5'11 senior, with Matt Brombaugh, a 6'2 senior, and Mason Hecklinger, a 5'11 junior. In the front court, their leading scorer, Kyle Kempton. He is a 6'2 senior, and Jordan Adesi, a 6'8 senior. As the lights go out.
Been there.
Well, this time it's on purpose, okay? So.
And now for the Northern Buckeye Conference champion, Lake Flyers, 6'2" senior, number 3, Jared Reddick.
All right, not sure how well you can hear that or not, but the starting lineup for the Lake Flyers. Senior Jared Reddick in the backcourt.
Junior, number 23.
Todd Walters in a forward spot. He's a 6'2 senior. Adam Duncan will get the start. As we mentioned, Jacob Reddick had knee surgery and is out for the season. Brandon Neal in the backcourt, along with senior Connor Bowen. Reddick at 6'2", Walters at 6'3", Duncan at 5'10", and Neal and Bowen at 6 foot. So Toledo Christian does have a bit of a size advantage.
And this is something we've said a lot here, Norm, and it's gonna come down to two different styles of basketball, and what are we gonna see tonight? Really excited about this one. Special thanks going out to IBEW Local 8, UA Local 50, and the Pipe Fitters, SBL Outfitters, and Pub 51, helping us each and every week here with these games, and a lot of others will be talking to them.
Flyers get the tap. Neal with the basketball to Reddick. Duncan for 3, short. A rebound to Adesi.
Wow, the movement was there. You saw a lot of good movement right there, and that's what the Flyers are going to have to do with TC tonight.
That's what Toledo Christian wants to do. They want to get him in a half-court offense.
Yep.
Right now, the Flyers with a 1-3-1 zone defense. They like to run this. It's difficult if you don't get to play against it very often.
Yep. Well, eventually, Avdesi's going to come open. There it is, right there.
But
Nice
well away
move.
from the basket, found Kempton on the drive to the hole, and he'll go to the line.
Also, Jared Reddick.
Patience, Norm. You got to see a lot of patience right there. And at this point, that's exactly what Coach McWinney wants to do with them, is be able to move that ball back and forth, and it worked out real well this time.
Reddick with the foul. Kempton missed the first of two.
Seems we've been saying this all year. These missed free throws in the beginnings of these games they come back to haunt people late in the game.
No good. Rebound Reddick. Neal for three.
All night.
Brandon Neal for three.
Neal has been surprising everybody with that shot in every game that we've seen them in so far this year.
Relentless defense by the Flyers. They will try to trap at every opportunity, and that time it forced a bad pass.
Well, this is that feeling out time between the guards on both of these teams, and unfortunately for TC, Connor Bowen's way of feeling the other team out is just taking it down the throat with three guys on him. So 9 times out of 10 he makes it too.
Here's Bowen, spin moving to the paint, the right hand, got it.
Connor Bowen.
I feel psychic tonight.
Shooter's touch. 5-0 Lake.
Yeah, TC's getting caught up there early.
Kempton
right
to
there.
the basket and in. That's exactly where you want to attack a 1-3-1 zone. You want to attack it from the wings. Reddick into the paint, back out to Neal. Neal dribbled it off his foot, ball on the floor, and they call a kick, and they'll give it to Toledo Christian.
No one saw that ball. I was afraid somebody was going to step on an ankle there or something. We were going to have a Lions game here. Wow. Just reminded me of the weekend. Sorry.
The Eagles will get it across. Last touch by the Flyers.
So much quickness here. We almost can't talk quick enough here, Normie.
Well, we're on TV, so TV can. The picture can paint the picture.
And I'm not the brightest guy, so quiet times is not that bad.
Bad pass. Second Toledo Christian turnover. So what that pressure will do, it'll get you second guessing about where you want to pass the basketball.
Well, you can just see it with the Flyers. Look at the confidence, and they're able to move the ball the way they want.
Reddick, spin move to the
beautiful.
right hand and in. Jared Reddick.
Absolutely gorgeous. Adesi's not scaring Reddick or anything inside. They know what they have to do. And Adesi's got to get a little bit more, I don't even know that. Oh, there it was right there, too.
Kempton into the paint. Lost it on the way in and turned it over. Bowen gonna take the three. Got it.
Connor Bowen for three.
It'll be a Dave McWinney timeout, as the Flyers have done what they wanted to do out of the gate, taking a 10-2 lead. We'll take time and come back on the Toledo Sports Network at CW13.
Pub 51 is just a great neighborhood bar and grill. They're about as close to being all things to all people as I've seen. They have a miniature bowling league, and they take that pretty darn seriously. Oh, and a dartball league, and a cornhole league, and a pool league. They have a lot of leagues. Pub 51 has a big outdoor patio, too. Their pizza and food are reasonably priced, too. Give Pub 51 a try. They're on Woodville Road, just a half-mile east of the Woodville Mall.
On the job for you for over 100 years. You need a career. You need a future. Local 8 can help you make it happen. Join the men and women who build our community. Become a part of a proud tradition. Build your career. Build your future with the brothers and sisters of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Union 8. We're on the job for you.
We're on the job for you. We're the local IBEW.
The Blue Pacific Grill at Levis Commons is your gateway to great food and fun. A tropical-themed restaurant that offers a unique dining experience where you create your own stir-fry from your choice of meats, seafoods, veggies, seasonings, and our signature sauces. The Blue Pacific Grill at Levis Commons, a touch of the islands right here in Toledo. Join us for lunch and dinner. The Blue Pacific Grill, Levis Commons, Perrysburg. Graymont in Genoa, producers of Doclamide lime and hydrate, serving the community for over 90 years. The plant currently has 60 employees. The safety and development of these employees is a focus for your plant. Over 80% of our employees currently live within 11 miles of the plant. Graymont. For more information about this company, you can check us out on the web at www.graymont.com.
Flyers have jumped out to a 10-2 lead, and they've done it without any fast break baskets.
Well, what you're seeing right now is the controlled play of the Lake Flyers, and they're taking matters into their own hands. They're playing their type of basketball right now without being able to run their fast breaks.
Yeah, the Flyers, though, have forced 3 turnovers. Out of bounds off of Lake, so Toledo Christian will keep it. You know, the other thing, too, is you got Division 4 playing Division 2 tonight.
Yeah.
Lake in Division 2, Toledo Christian in Division 4.
Once this game gets into the heat of battle in the middle of the third quarter, though, I'll tell you, that's not going to matter. These two teams are both just class acts, coached by class acts.
Oh, 2 terrific coaches tonight.
It's just going to be, I can't wait till we get to that time.
3-pointer from the corner from Graham, no good. Kept it with
nice.
the rebound over the top. Could not convert, rebound to Neal. And when you get those shots, especially inside, you have to capitalize in a game like this. Bowen, free throw line to Duncan, to the basket, lost the handle. Into the corner to Reddick for 3. No good, the rebound to Desi.
Jared's been a little iffy on his three-point shots early in the game, but always seems to make it up as you get into the third and fourth quarter with his steals, and he makes his layups.
Desi was working the high post there. Kempton come off a screen down low, back out top, inside, outside. Hacklinger, though, missed the 3. And a rebound, Adam Duncan. Bowen to Reddick to Neal. Open for 3. Got it.
Brandon Neal for 3.
And we're going to get another timeout, this time a 30-second timeout.
Safety Partners Limited has been providing excellence in safety since 1992, adding our Oregon, Ohio store in 2013. SPL Outfitters provides face, head, foot, hand, body, and hearing protection with great brands like Wolverine, Red Cap, Dickie, Wrangler Workwear, and many top safety brands. SPL also carries fire-resistant clothing, harnesses, high-vis apparel, boots, and boot care items. SPL is located in the Buffalo Wild Wings Plaza on Navarre Avenue. Jim Murphy and American Family Insurance is a proud sponsor of the Toledo Sports Network. with your auto, life, home, business insurance needs for over 16 years, all under one roof. Protect your dreams with Jim Murphy at American Family Insurance, 3246 Navarre Avenue, 419-698-1184.
Drake Williams.
Talking to Dave McWhinney, the coach at Toledo Christian before the game, he said 2 years ago when we went 20-2, we lost out here to start the season. And he said it still sticks in my craw to this day. Well,
I can imagine Coach McWhinney. He would wake up in the morning. I can just imagine.
You know, that's coaches. I mean, the only thing good about a win to a coach is that you didn't lose. And that's the way coaches look at it.
Yep.
But Lake has come out very, very sharp here. And you wondered how they were going to react without Jacob Reddick, who's out for the season with knee surgery.
And it was a scheduled knee surgery, too. They had to make their plans on when he would be ready. You know, he could have limped through the rest of the basketball season.
Kempton, no good. Rebound, Neal.
I tell you what, at this point, the Flyers, just everything, they seem to be in the right place at the right time, and they got their hands where they need to be.
Bowen couldn't get it to go, but he'll go to the line for a pair. It's that 1-3-1 zone. If you don't get to play against it, it's so hard to recreate that kind of pressure and intensity in practice. Because you're just not, your backups are just not going to run it the way somebody that does it all the time is going to run it. Bowen hits them both. He already has 7, and the Lake lead is 15-2.
Well, at this point, the big guys just have not been a factor for TC at all, and they haven't been able to do what they need to do. That's 3 times they've had guys go right down the middle, cutters that were wide open. Guards got to see that.
Dangerous pass. Kempton brought it down.
Nice.
Into the paint, to the basket. Too hard off the glass. Long rebound came back out to Brumbaugh.
Yep.
Foul on Reddick. That will be his second. Now, this is interesting because that was one thing that Coach McWhinney pointed out before the game. He said to me, if we can get them in foul trouble, they're not as deep without Jacob Reddick. So.
And if you look at both of these teams, they can blink and score 10 points.
But you have to climb out of a 13-point hole already. End of the game for the Flyers is Drayton Williams, number 15, a 6'1 junior. Just under 2 minutes to go, first quarter.
Another kick right there. Wasn't seen. See, when you've got Todd Walders, at the top of the at the top of the zone.
That was a kick, so Toledo Christian will keep it.
With Todd Walders up at the top of that zone, that's all you have to do.
Well, Damon St. John is number 14 in the game for Toledo Christian, 6'1 senior. Had a path to the basket, but got too far underneath. It's another kick. Well, Lake really brings that defense out high. And the only way you can combat that is try to get something off a screen down low.
Or climb over it, or you got to go over it. And he's got the big guys. McWhinney's got the big guys to do it. There it is. They're getting that pass in late. That's why not. Oh, jeez. Do we start betting pops on how many kickballs there'll be in the first quarter?
Well, I'll say this, though. The longer Lake makes the possession, they accomplish 2 things. 1, they're eating time off the clock.
Yep.
And 2, the more passes that Toledo Christian makes, the greater the chance of them making a bad pass. Lake is playing tremendous defense on this trip. Graham, jumper, got it.
Josh Graham.
And that's
Boy,
really
that was
working
needed.
for a basket.
Wow. They needed that one.
Down under 40 seconds to go in the quarter. 2-3 zone out of Toledo Christian.
They just got to clog up that middle.
Kind of playing a matchup. Bowen for three, no good. Long shot, long rebound. Drayton Williams. Williams for three, got it.
Beautiful shot.
Well, if they can get that kind of production out of Williams off the bench.
Yep. We haven't seen that yet this year, Norm. That's great for the Flyers. You got two
long shots.
Oh,
And that'll end the quarter. And it was a big one for the Lake Flyers, who lead 18-4 over Toledo Christian. We'll be back on the Toledo Sports Network and CW13.
Do your utility bills have you down? Get out from under those heavy bills with new windows from Dunright Building Services. New windows from Dunright can change the vision of your home both inside and out. And right now, for a limited time only, you can get any white double hung standard window for only $179 each. Remember, for a job done right, you better call Dunright.
New home, same address. It starts with new windows. Call us at Dunright Building Services today.
The Big Apple Deli has all the food for your next party or get-together. The best subs, salads, soups, pasta, party trays, and great lunch and dinner specials. The Big Apple Deli, 2118 Woodville Road, has got you ready for all your party needs, or just stop out for a great lunch. Now is a great time to look at your lawn and decide it's time to make it look fantastic. Simply Green Lawn Service is a locally owned company that specializes in lawn care, with lawn fertilization, all phosphorus free, to crabgrass and weed control, grub control, and aeration, all part of the Simple Green program. 419-697-LAWN is the call to make any time of the year. Simply Green Lawn Services.
The Union Plumbers, Steam Fitters, and HVACR service mechanics of UA Local 50 build the powerhouses that generate your electricity. Install and service your heating and air conditioning systems, and install the plumbing systems that protect the health of this nation. Everywhere there's a building being built, retrofitted, or maintained, members of UA Local 50 are on the job with skills and the latest sustainable building practices. To do the job right, UA Local 50 Plumbers, Steam Fitters, and service mechanics, building America's future.
I'd like to get some special thanks out to our sponsors tonight. Of course, IBW Local 8, helping us out each and every week. First Federal Bank, Pro Golf Fairways, UA 50, Test Electronics, and of course, SPL Outfitters right over there on, they got some really nice coats. I needed one today. I was downtown at the Winterfest, and it was cold. It was unbelievably cold down there. But special thanks going out to them. And, of course, Blackberry Corners, Pub 51, and the Big Apple Deli and Big Apple Blossom Florists.
All right, Toledo Christian will get the ball to start the second quarter. And they have to dig out of an 18-4 hole. Flyers still in that 1-3-1 zone.
They're doubling up the big boys
Trying to
now.
get inside to Adesi. Adesi double team, going to get 3 seconds in the lane. Well, also in the game now for Toledo Christian, Joseph Ochoa, 6'6" sophomore, number 42.
Could be a deal breaker here, and TC will be able to play their game plan now with having the two big sticks down low.
Look at that ball movement. Open
Look at
three,
that.
Neal, no good this time. Duncan got the offensive rebound. Neal fights his way in
Nice.
and got it.
Brandon Neal from Anna
20-4 Flyers.
You're seeing improved. Oh, nice move.
To the basket, Ochoa makes a contribution right away. Neal. That was a Desi that got a piece of that.
Yes. And you're going to start seeing a little bit more of that depending on the defense that McWinney puts in for TC right now. And another kickball.
That'd be 4, right?
There's more than 4 there. There's got to be more than 4.
I counted 4.
Okay, I'll go with your count.
There's 3 on one possession. So. Hey, you make them set up all over again.
Sure. Yeah.
Kempton. So Ochoa back out.
I think you're going to see a different offensive spark here from the Eagles right now.
Ochoa to the basket.
Oh, nice
Hit
rebound.
the underside, got the rebound, and drew the foul. He's pretty mobile for 6'6".
Josh Graham in for.
I thought for sure he was going to the line, but I guess that was on the rebound.
Yeah, they called the foul when he was bringing the rebound down. Wanted to lob it inside, but Lake had stacked it in defensively.
Well, this is definitely going to be a chess match. There is no doubt about it. I don't care what the score is right now. This is a chess match with the big boys. There's a steal.
Too long of a pass. Bowen picked it off coast to coast.
Got
and
it,
the
the
foul.
Wow.
And the great scorers always get the and one.
Boy, he doesn't miss there, does he? He's just, he spent a lot of time at that little basketball rim in his house getting that spin down just right. That was beautiful.
9 for Connor Bowen. 22-6 Flyers. Free throw no good though.
Oh,
the Flyers ended up with a rebound.
Nice. I always love when the crowd like oohs and ahs when you do a behind the back pass.
Duncan for 3 in and out. Fight for the rebound.
Boy, I'll tell you what.
Williams came up with it again.
Everything's going their
Bowen
way.
for 3, that's no good. And another offensive board. Neal for 3. Got it. Third triple for Brandon Neal. He has 11. The lead is 25-6. Good ball movement this trip by TC. Kempton kicked it back out. 3 for Graham. Got it.
Josh Graham for 3.
Huge 3 right there, Norm. And
in the corner, Bowen. No good. Weak side rebound, Todd Walters. It's one of the problems with the zone defense. And there's a tip pass and a steal. Second turnover by the Flyers. Kempton dished inside, and Adesi will go to the line.
Fouls on Drayton Williams.
First foul on Drayton Williams.
Jordan Adesi.
Flyers, by my count, 6 offensive rebounds so far. And I was going to say, the problem with playing a zone defense is that when it comes to a defensive rebound, you're not bodying up an offensive player. You're playing an area. And it's difficult sometimes to find the bodies to be able to screen them out. Adesi hit the first free throw.
And what you're going to be seeing a lot more of here is exactly what you said early in the game, even before the game started. You know, Reddick's going to get himself in foul trouble here, and so it's going to change. Just going to change things in the way and the whole outlook of the game here.
Adesi in a both. It's 25-11 Lake. Reddick to the free throw line to Neal in the corner for three. Didn't convert that time, but look at the rebound. Offensive board by Jared Reddick and put it back in.
He's just everywhere. Savoir-faire is everywhere. Wonderful defense right there.
Kempton with a bad bounce pass.
And I don't think you're going to find Lake is kind of on all cylinders right now, which means they're a lot more scrappy than TC is. And I would have to say TC is one of the scrappiest teams in the area. And Lake's definitely showing them up on the scrappiness.
Boy, Neal thought about firing the three again. Reddick will fire it. No good. Rebound ripped down by Kempton. Kempton.
Oh! Where'd that come
He
from?
ran into Jimmy Urias and kind of bounced off and hit the fadeaway. Urias, number 54, into the game for Lake.
Oh, nice pass.
No look bounce pass inside. Problem was nobody was looking.
Connor Bowen has a way of doing that. It reminds me back when I played and Jimmy Sheehy was our point guard. He could just throw the ball places that, and you got hit in the face a lot.
If you're not paying
And
attention.
it's your fault because you're either God on that one or a goat. So I was a goat many times.
Adesi back on out to Kempton.
There
Back
it is.
into Adesi, and he got it.
Jordan Messi.
That's what you got to worry about with TC.
They cut it back to 12. At this point, if they could get it to single digits, they will be happy before halftime.
I think you're right.
Reddick, oh, look
nice
at the spin
move.
move. Didn't want to fall, but he'll go to the line for a pair.
Fouls on number 14, Damon St. John.
Damon St. John will pick up his first foul.
2, Jared Reddick.
Wonderful game so far tonight, and first one's a make. Special thanks out to First Federal Bank and helping us out each and every week, and of course IBEW and UA 50. Without them, boy, we would be
Not here.
yeah, we'd probably be sitting at home watching some bowl game, right? Notre Dame won tonight, so
Mike would be grilling up some discount hot dogs.
yes.
29-15 Flyers.
The ones you didn't eat when you came over.
Yeah, I turned down free food. Nobody's buying that.
It was ribeye steaks the last time, just for the record. Oh, nice
Turnaround, didn't want to fall.
That's got to fall.
By Adesi, a rebound to Duncan. Two minutes to go in the second. Neal for three. Got it.
Brandon Neal for 3.
We had a perfect angle from that one. That was it from the time he let it go. That's 4 3-pointers for Brandon Neal. He's got 14. He leads all scorers.
That's something we haven't said at all this year yet, Norm. And props out to Neal. He's been taking the ball
Into
inside.
the big guy. Adesi with a hoop.
Somebody missed something inside.
Where the Eagles got to attack. There's
Yeah.
no question. It feels like Toledo Christian is finally getting used to the flow of the game here.
Yeah, and I think this is one of those things where the threes are flying for the Flyers right now, and
Now they're getting open looks. Wow. Neal just buried his 5th 3-pointer. And he's getting that shot down in the corner about any time he wants it. Timeout Toledo Christian. We'll be back with the Flyers holding a 35-17 lead on the Toledo Sports Network and CW13.
Big Apple Blossom Florist, 2265 Woodville Road in Oregon, is your full-service florist with over 30 years floral design experience. Whether you prefer time-honored and traditional or contemporary and modern, the Big Apple Blossom will custom design an arrangement for you. Stop by the Big Apple Blossom Florist for unique, one-of-a-kind gifts for all ages. The Big Apple Blossom Florist, 2265 Woodville Road in Oregon.
Remember this? How could you forget? Bet you wish you had one of these last winter. TAS Electronics has remote car starters from $129 installed, plus heated seats starting at just $149. No one can stop the winter, but with TAS, you can have a nice, warm vehicle waiting for you. Get over to TAS today.
TAS Electronics. Feel the power. TAS Electronics. It's hot.
You've planned and planned. Each moment of your special day just has to be perfect. You don't want to worry about anything. Just know that you've hired professionals to make your wedding day special. Mike Jameson with Creative Video Imagery has produced award-winning weddings for over 15 years. Our company has the equipment and the artistic ability to capture your day on digital DVD, giving you lasting memories of a day you will cherish forever. Call Creative Video Imagery today or visit our website, Creative Video Imagery, making moments into lifetime memories.
All right, 1:08 to go in the quarter. It's been a more competitive quarter. It's a 17-13 quarter for the Flyers.
I'm not a betting man, but I am assuming Mr. McQuinney is going to do something about that corner defense right now. I doubt that's going to be there anymore.
Yeah, I think that's something that's going to get addressed. I mean, you still got to make it. Foul as Kempton tried to go to the basket.
Yep.
So Christian's doing what they need to do. They're pounding it inside. It's only the first foul on Bowen.
Well, you get a Desi in that low post setup like that, they've got to put two people down on him.
Sure,
Norm. They have to.
Sure.
So it's open. It's open. You gotta make that.
I mean, once he gets it down there, though, it's really too late.
Yeah.
Defensively. And Walters is the one that tipped that pass. And really just 6 turnovers for Toledo Christian, so it's not an inordinate amount. They had 3 very early.
Got to hold this for the last shot.
But if Toledo Christian's going to get back into this game, they got to do it on the defensive end.
Yes.
They have to force some turnovers. Lake, just 3 turnovers tonight. And now the Flyers are just going to hold it for 1 shot.
And this is really going to show the experience and just how much patience Lake has, because right now they don't need to score, and we're talking as we get into the second half.
Oh, bad pass and a steal. Kempton
got it off.
But it didn't go. And we are at halftime. Lake 35, Toledo Christian 17. We'll come back, we'll give you some numbers and get you ready for the third quarter on the Toledo Sports Network and CW13.
Pro Golf Academies and Technologies and Pro Golf Fairways, Toledo's #1 stop for all your golf equipment needs. Instruction with licensed PGA and LPGA Tour instructor Jeff Menor, and the best golf simulators in the area. Located right next to Nick and Jimmy's on Monroe Street, custom club fitting with name brand clubs and professional loft and lie capability. Now, you can play in 18 holes on our Pro Golf Fairways with over 80 courses throughout the world with our state-of-the-art golf simulator systems. Call us at 419-205-6644.
Are you doing something for New Year's?
I'm watching the 2 college football playoff games.
I got to tell you,
by the time this runs, that'll be yesterday.
So I'm hoping that we're talking about a great Buckeye victory. But if people are listening right now on the internet, if you're not doing anything for New Year's Eve, Blackberry Corners, Jim out there has this great. We're going out there at 6 o'clock for prime rib, walleye, perch, everything for $15.95. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot. I'm so hungry just thinking about it.
All right, let's get you some numbers here before we get started here in the third quarter. Lake 12 of 24 from the field, 50%. Toledo Christian 7 of 13 for 54%. But as you can see, Lake had 11 more shots due to 7 offensive rebounds to Toledo Christian's 2. Toledo Christian with 6 turnovers, Lake with 4. From the line, Lake 4 of 5, 80%. They'll take that all night long. Toledo Christian 2 of 4 for 50%. But the biggest thing out of all that, the three-pointers. Toledo Christian had one. Lake had 7 of them in the first half, and it was Brandon Neal with 5 of those 7.
Incredible. Incredible, and that's something that we're going to be talking a lot about here in the second half. The Eagles, TC was able to come in when they got their 2 big towers in there, and like you were saying, they started to make that gel late in the second quarter, and it could be a whole different beast, but they've got a lot of digging to do right now, Norm.
Coach Rotsigo is here scouting. I'm sure he wrote down about Brandon Neal hitting threes from that left corner.
It's funny because there are a lot of coaches at this game tonight, which just shows you when you match up the NBC and the TAC, you bring these guys together.
Three-pointer.
In and out.
Bowen in and out. Rebound to Adesi. And the Eagles, they got to go to work.
Yep.
Three-pointer from the top for Hecklinger, no good. Kempton got the board. Turnaround, no. Rebound, Neal.
And the pro TC crowd on this side of the auditorium or the gymnasium didn't like that call there, Norm. So we try to shut those mics down as much as we possibly can, but sometimes.
If you've never been to a Toledo Christian Ottawa Hills basketball game, you need to go. Raddick with the fall away, no good.
It is kind of fun.
Rebound to Ochoa. Oh, it's intense. I mean, it's as good as any rivalry in Northwest Ohio. It's not the biggest,
I'd
but
put
it's
Stritch
as intense.
TC Stritch in there too. Same things happen there too.
Yeah, but
I know.
I still think there's a different level.
Oh, nice.
So the big guy on the inside of Desi up and in.
I keep waiting for that thumping slam to come, and it still hasn't happened yet. That's what I would have done.
They both count for 2.
I know.
I don't think you played a lot above the rim when you played.
I rattled the rim a few times. I did. You got to remember, I was City League ball player back then.
Spin move, Raddick to the hole.
Couldn't do
got
that. I could not do that. Beautiful move there by Jared Redding. Gosh, the footwork. You see footwork like that, and you got young kids that are like, gosh, what do I have to do to get footwork like that?
Well, and he's jump rope. He's going to be a football player at Findlay next year. But that's why football coaches like their kids playing basketball.
Yep, I agree. Well, you see a lot of the coaches, they run the kids as much as they can. They run them. And Coach Bowen is definitely like this, and Coach McWinney is the same way. He's doing drills that have a lot of the running in it. And then he's got these kids doing these like...
To lob it into Desi and too far. Raddick going to try to take it all the way, and he draws the foul.
One of those things, Mr. Redding had 3 guys keeping up with him that time, and TC was real smart. They kept up with him instead of fouling him, and they got the foul there at the end, but still some smart play there with TC. I'm thinking that's
first one.
Yeah, that's his first
Good
foul.
for Reddick.
Too. Desi's first foul.
Yep. Second one no good. Rebound to Desi.
Matt Brumbaugh.
First bucket for Brumbaugh.
And that's a number that has to be making some more shots here for TC. Was that a kick ball, Norm?
No, it was just off the easel. Bowen thought about the 3. Gonna take it now. No good. Fight for the rebound. Jump ball. Possession arrow will favor Toledo Christian. Good hustle by Ochoa.
First of two for you here. We've got Lake Flyers playing Genoa, which will be Friday night, which will be our 9:30 game tonight, and then we kind of taking on the move.
Long pass.
Wow.
Bowen tipped it away, but look at that.
Wow.
Brombaugh with good hustle. Hecklinger kind of lost it as him and Ochoa got in the same place.
This is one of those times where you have to rely on those big men inside. We're not right now, and we're trying to get things done up top. That's just not going to happen against Lake.
Well, since the first quarter, it's 20-17 Lake. Toledo Christian has played much better since then, but you got a big hole to dig out of. Bowen for three. No good. Rebound Brumbaugh.
And Connor hasn't had the light in the last couple of games that we've seen.
Kempton with the offensive foul. Todd Walters, the guys in the striped shirt, said he got there first.
Fouls on Kyle Kempton on the charge.
Bowen's going to bring it up. Once again, great thanks going out to IBW and UA50 being with us forever and ever. First Federal Bank, they bring these games to you, folks. And
to the foul line, Bowen got it.
There it is. See, that's where it's at for Connor. Connor needs to take that 2 steps in, and he's just dynamite from there.
Oh, Kempton lost it, but Brombaugh came up with it. Kempton calling for the ball on the drive. Got it stripped, but Adesi, right place, right time, laid it up and in. Neal tried to bounce it into Walters, but too low.
Well, Adesi's doing his job inside. He's got 10 points, 1 foul. He's doing what he needs to do. It's just they need to get that high-low offense going and utilize these big men inside. And I guess I'm going to say it all night because I'm a big man. And when I see the guards trying to do their stuff outside and it isn't working, well, give it to the big guy. Oh, I thought that was stolen right there.
Eagles doing a better job at breaking that pressure. Inside, outside, Kempton. Got it, the foul.
That could be a heartbreaker right there.
That should be the 3rd one on Reddick. There's something to be said with the inside, outside. When the ball comes inside, when it comes back out, the shooter is already square to the basket. And it dramatically increases their shooting percentage. Kempton completes the 4-point play.
Boy, remember 3:27 of the 3rd quarter, folks.
Still 40-27. The lead cut to 13. Bowen
does not miss, I'm telling you.
Found a way to get a little space.
He's real good at that.
He found a way to get space. Now you could argue
that
how
was
he got
politically
space.
correct. That was very good, Norm. I was very proud of that.
As Mike gives me a forearm. Neal almost a steal, couldn't hang on to it.
Yeah, you haven't been hearing too much about Neal here in the 2nd quarter, but
3rd quarter.
Or 3rd quarter. I meant 2nd half. But his defense has just been absolutely awesome.
Shoa lost it. Here comes Bowen. Oh, double clutch, couldn't get it to go, got his own rebound, couldn't get it to go. Reddick with the foul up in.
Incredible. Well, the up-front teasing's working right now.
Down low, Kempton dances on the rim, didn't want to fall.
No, that's...
Graham with the offensive rebound. 2:18 to go in the 3rd. Graham, off the mark, run down the corner by Ochoa. Ochoa, drew the foul. He'll get 2 from the line.
Well, they're playing their half-court offense that they want to play, but they got to do something with it other than take minutes off the clock.
And when the Eagles hit the 4-point play, then Lake hit the next two baskets. Showa with the first free throw. 44-28 Lake. Second one good.
We would really love to hear your comments about how we do this, and we've got our Twitter on. You can go to Toledo Sports NW at Twitter, or you can. We'll let you just hit us up on our phones at 419-514-1302 with a little text messages
Williams
to let us
for
know.
three. Reddick with a rebound. Sorry about that.
No, that's Williams' first miss outside. He's been really, really good outside.
Neal didn't quite get his feet square. Williams got the rebound inside during the foul.
Wow.
I have Lake for 11 offensive rebounds in this game.
That's incredible. That's just incredible. And we've seen Lake play for 2 or 3 games now, and we're seeing a lot of things happen that weren't happening in those first 2 or 3 games. That's a shooter's touch. Never happened for me. Darn it.
First one good for Drayton Williams. Never?
Never. No, I was always a good foul shooter. I actually did that.
Walters with the 12th offensive rebound. Bowen got it. You're right. Since he's gone to the medium range jumper, he's been much more effective.
That's all they need from him because it's unstoppable.
Nice move by Kempton, but couldn't get to the basket.
Well, if you face guard him,
Hecklinger for three. No. Rebound Williams.
You face guard Connor Bowens, he's going to go right by you. Kind of like that.
Yeah, exactly like that. He'll go to the free throw line now.
Yeah, it's pick your poison. It's basically pick your poison with Connor. Kind of like his dad. His dad plays in our Fed leagues, and that's how Dad played. You just get so mad. Of course, Connor's a much better looking young man than his dad Ryan, and I'm sure.
By the way, who won the last time we played one-on-one?
Who?
Me and you.
Oh, jeez, here we go. Wow, you remember that.
Oh, I'm never going to forget it. Nor am I ever going to do it again. Look at that, the offensive rebound. Timeout.
Much needed.
As the Flyers have been relentless on the offensive glass. 52.5 to go in the quarter. Lake 50, Toledo Christian 29 on the Toledo Sports Network and CW 13.
Pub 51 is just a great neighborhood bar and grill. They're about as close to being all things to all people as I've seen. They have a miniature bowling league, and they take that pretty darn seriously. Oh, and a dartball league, and a cornhole league, and a pool league. They have a lot of leagues. Pub 51 has a big outdoor patio, too. Well, their pizza and food are reasonably priced, too. Give Pub 51 a try. They're on Woodville Road, just a half-mile east of the Woodville Mall.
On the job for you for over 100 years. You need a career. You need a future. Local 8 can help you make it happen. Join the men and women who build our community. Become a part of a proud tradition. Build your career. Build your future with the brothers and sisters of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Union 8. We're on the job for you.
We're on the job for you. We're the local IBEW.
Since it got to 40-27 with that 4-point play, Lake has outscored Toledo Christian 10-2.
Yeah. Oh!
Pass inside, got it up and in. Joseph Ochoa.
Nice to have seen that happening because that's what they need to do.
But those have been too infrequent.
Yes, definitely.
Bowen. Open for Neal. No good. Rebound Kempton.
He's not going to stop either.
Well, Neal had to cool off after that first half where he had 5 3-pointers and scored 17.
Yeah, that was some incredible shooting there.
He was the one guy that didn't want to see the first half end. Into Kempton, put it on the deck. Jumper, got it. Out of 5 seconds. Bowen will throw it to Neal for 3. Got it. Brandon Neal with 20. At the end of 3, the lead is 20. We'll be back for the 4th coming up on the Toledo Sports Network at CW13.
Safety Partners Limited has been providing excellence in safety since 1992. Adding our Oregon, Ohio store in 2013. SPL Outfitters provides face, head, foot, hand, body, and hearing protection with great brands like Wolverine, Red Cap, Dickie, Wrangler Workwear, and many top safety brands. SPL also carries fire-resistant clothing, harnesses, high-vis apparel, boots, and boot care items. SPL is located in the Buffalo Wild Wings Plaza on Navarre Avenue. The Big Apple Deli has all the food for your next party or get-together. The best subs, salads, soups, pasta, party trays, and great lunch and dinner specials. The Big Apple Deli, 2118 Woodville Road, has got you ready for all your party needs, or just stop out for a great lunch.
The Union Plumbers, Steam Fitters, and HVACR service mechanics of UA Local 50 build the powerhouses that generate your electricity. Install and service your heating and air conditioning systems, and install the plumbing systems that protect the health of this nation. Everywhere there's a building being built, retrofitted, or maintained, members of UA Local 50 are on the job with skills and the latest sustainable building practices. To do the job right, UA Local 50 Plumbers, Steam Fitters, and service mechanics, building America's future.
Pub 51 is just a great neighborhood bar and grill. They're about as close to being all things to all people as I've seen. They have a miniature bowling league, and they take that pretty darn seriously. Oh, and a dartball league, and a cornhole league, and a pool league. They have a lot of leagues. Pub 51 has a big outdoor patio, too. Well, their pizza and food are reasonably priced, too. Give Pub 51 a try. They're on Woodville Road, just a half-mile east of the Woodville Mall.
Fourth quarter ready to go. Toledo Sports Network, CW13. Norm Waymer, Mike Jamison tonight.
Got Brad Morrison listening in, another one of those guys that used to beat me up on the basketball court, and never felt bad about it. And listening to us today, Brad, love you, dude.
Yeah, I don't think we have enough time to reel off all of those people.
It's another chapter in my book.
Neal!
Oh!
Did it again. 7 3-pointers for Brandon Neal tonight. He's got 23. The lead is 23. He's not going to want this night to end.
No, I do believe that he's going to just stay out here and shoot all night. So
he's only a junior. He'll be a huge part of the offense next year. And it was Neal that batted the ball out of bounds.
I completely agree.
Because there's 4 seniors starting tonight. And then Brandon Neal. Three-pointer, Brumbaugh.
Oh!
Got it.
Brumbaugh for 3.
You okay there?
Yeah, I'm fine.
That's first of the night. He's got 5. (56-36) Lake. Just under 7 to go. Raddick got in trouble inside. Timeout Flyers. 30-second timeout.
Maybe I can get all these great sponsors in that help us out each and every week here with the Toledo Sports Network. Local at its best. We spell local with all capital letters. First Federal Bank, Dave Highmore and all the great people out there, thank you very much. Of course, Mr. Ronnie been out at Pub 51. Got to go out there and have some of their great food. Pizza is phenomenal. All the great people over at Pro Golf Fairways. Actually, Saturday mornings from 8 to 9, we are live on 106.5 The Ticket, and we do that with Jeff Menor and all the great people over there. Of course, SPL Outfitters, keep you warm. That's what we want to do, keep you warm.
All right, Reddick inbound to Walters.
Now we got that.
Swatted away by Adesi.
It's just nice to see with the Flyers, everybody is contributing right now, and it's just,
Reddick wasn't there. Brombaugh picked it off. Kempton got it.
Nice strong move to the hole. Nice strong move to the hole. Took those 2 steps you need and was able to, no matter what, he was going to make that shot.
Kempton's the leading scorer tonight and on the season. And back-to-back turnovers by the Flyers.
Well, you're 18 points down right now with 6-11. Not unheard of.
Long way back.
It is.
Long way back.
Especially as quick and as methodic as the Flyers are playing right now.
I'm going to do it in one trip. Tried to get that actually into Ochoa. That went to Adesi, and Adesi put it in. I thought Adesi was more open than Ochoa was, actually.
You know, I don't think Lake has a way of stopping that if you get that ball up high enough, but you got to play defense.
Bowen lowered his shoulder and then didn't get it to go. Rebound Kempton.
That's probably one of the first ones that hasn't gone.
Hacklinger, nope.
Short.
Reddick not able to save it.
I think the powers that be, you have 2 6, 6, 5, 6, 6, 6, 8 guys, you got to use them.
Kempton with the fall away. No. Rebound Neal to foul.
That's a good foul right there. Hurts, but I mean,
I would argue 80 some feet from the basket. It's
no, because number one, you don't want to get them. You don't want the Flyers to get back into that fast break momentum like they're going, and you got some fouls to give here.
Oh, it skipped it to Neal. Neal.
Whoa.
Took it back. Pass inside to Williams, but he couldn't hang on.
Can we play the pinball wizard music during that? That was kind of what was going on there.
You're the one with the controls.
Yeah, I know. I don't have that one.
I don't think they would want us to play that on TV.
I think, yeah. I'd get a phone call from Dave Holmes.
Wow.
Love him.
I said nothing.
Uh-oh, look at this.
They call that a Bowen?
Huh.
Could have been a little over the back, I think, but
yeah.
it's 56-40. Joa got it
There's
knocked
your
away.
foul. There's
That's
your
a
foul.
reach in on Kempton.
Foul on Kyle Kempton.
Well, this is the trouble when you play the Lake Flyers. They can get a run on you early, and then you're perpetually trying to dig your way out of it.
Right, exactly. Well, I think
We've seen that a couple of times this year already.
TC hasn't been able to play the game they've needed to play, where you need the big guys to come to play a little bit more. And Flyers have been able to take advantage. Oh, my
Bowen,
Lord.
no. Tessie tried to save it, couldn't. Ever since Ochoa came into the game to start the second quarter for Toledo Christian, it's been
Sure.
fairly even since then.
But like you said, they got that big hole they got to dig out of.
It's been 38-36 Lake since the first quarter.
Wow. Yeah, see now.
There's
this
no
is-
reason for Williams to shoot it at this point with a 16-point
Amen.
lead. Could have. He can hit that shot, too.
Very, very smart basketball for the Flyers here.
Reddick got bumped by Hecklinger.
Fouls on Mason Hecklinger. 7-3 foul.
Well, I will say I'm impressed by Lake's half-court offense tonight. They really have lit it up. 9 3-pointers in this game. I'd love to see what the winning percentage is of teams that hit 9 3-pointers. I'm willing to guess in high school it's pretty good.
Well, I was going to say, if you want to go, if you want to talk a little pro basketball here, just ask the Pistons. They had what's known as no problems with the Cleveland Cavaliers, and I think what they have, 17 threes?
Something like
that. Was
that, yeah.
incredible.
That just shows you it's a long season.
Yes, it is. Well, it made Mike Bauman very happy. I'm sure it did. I'm sure he was hexing you the whole time.
Well, I'm also sure come April nobody's going to remember that game either. Reddick hits them both. He's got 13. He's been good from the line tonight.
Yeah.
He's 5 of 6 from the line. He's got 13. Flyer lead is 18 with 4 minutes to go. Hecklinger.
Oh.
Got fouled. Todd Walters is pointing for a jump ball, and he's not going to get that.
Yeah, I saw Mason. I think it was last year, and of Coach Hecklinger, his son, right here, take one in the eye, and I'll tell you what, I've never seen a kid take a hit like that, and came right back. He had to sit out for a little bit.
Well, you know his dad, and I went to school with his mom, so his mom's a Lake grad. That's the second one. Kempton with the offensive board.
Nice. Oh.
GC will keep it.
I got to thank all of our great people over there on the side. All the girls watching our camera for us there.
Kempton. Got it.
He's hitting them shots so far tonight.
He's right around 15 a game.
Yep.
He's scored 14 tonight. And the Flyers are going to run a little clock. I think if they get an easy one, they'll take it. Otherwise, there's Bowen. They're basically running the weave now. Reddick draws the foul.
Yeah, absolutely no need to score at this point. You need to keep the ball in your possession. And it seems to be what Lake has been able to do tonight.
Now, Reddick saw the baseline open and couldn't resist.
This is true. And I would have to say Coach Bowen probably gives Reddick the green light about 88.97% of the time, right?
88.97. I'll ask him about that afterwards. Reddick splits the pair. He's got 14. We're under 3 minutes to go at 59-43 Lake. High post to St. John. The Brombaugh. Back on out to Kempton. Nice little wraparound.
like
St.
that.
John's with the basket on the assist from Kempton. Oh, look at the block by Ochoa. It's a terrific block. Three-pointer. Brombaugh, no. Kempton offensive board. Got it. And TC trying to make it interesting. 59-47. Nice save by Neal.
Wow.
2:08 to go.
You need to get back to doing exactly what Connor Bowen's doing right now. Well,
Bowen with a floater, no. Kempton the rebound. The Flyers take it away. Oh, that's a big turnover.
yeah, right there. Coach Bowen's just telling him, settle down.
Foul will be on Graham. And that's not a bad foul because you got to get the ball back and hope they miss the front end of the 1-on-1.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, we're only 12 down now, and things happen.
First trip to the free throw line for Brandon Neal.
Beautiful.
But inevitably, if you hit 7 3-pointers, you're probably also a pretty good free throw shooter.
Yeah, I would beg to say you're probably right.
Most of the time.
I'm not going to disagree with you on that one, though.
First time for everything. I got to tell you what he did, too, before the game.
Oh, no.
Neal at the second free throw, he's got 25. I went down to Coach to talk to Coach McWhinney for Toledo Christian. There's Kempton. No good, rebound Reddick. So,
now I'm getting
me being a Lake grad, I walk up to Coach McWhinney and he goes, "Hey, I heard you picked against us tonight." Like, where would you hear that? Yeah, it's this guy sitting next to me because we were discussing before the game who we thought we would win, and I don't do that very often.
But
for
this one,
you said. I think Toledo Christian's going to win tonight.
You know, I have been in so many games, and like I said, the big boys had to come to play.
Well, just to defend Mike, yeah.
The big boys had to come to play, and
the big guys on the inside didn't know that Ochoa was not played in the first quarter. But he set me up.
I did. I set you up. I always give McWhinney trouble because he's got a picture of me. He snuck up. I was doing something over at TC, and
guys go on the deck. Ochoa had the rebound.
And Coach...
And he got tangled with Todd Walters.
Yeah, Coach Dave...
he's a great guy. I've known him for a number of years. So
he snuck a Michigan hat on me from behind me and took a picture of it, or had his wife, and he's like waiting, you know, and now with Harbaugh coming in, and
I've never seen so much Michigan gear today in all my life.
I know. It's just amazing, isn't it?
I'm glad. I'm happy for Michigan because I'm a Big Ten guy, and for the Big Ten to make it back to where they were, they need great coaches. And that's a good hire for the Big Ten. Second one, no good. Neal with a rebound.
We're just going to have to see how long Harbaugh's going to be there.
I don't think he's going anywhere.
I hope you're right. You know what? I hope you're right. I hope it turns into a Woody Bowe thing for the next 10, 12 years. And I'll be dead after that, so it don't matter.
Under a minute to go. 63-48 Lake. And that Ohio State-Michigan week with Urban Meyer and Jim Harbaugh, it's going to be, that won't be dull. Because I can tell you,
there will be felonies.
Neither one likes to lose. I can tell you that.
Yeah, there will be felonies everywhere. I mean, it will be really nice if Ohio State does beat Michigan in the next couple of years, because my sister.
Depends which side of the fence you're on there.
Well, no, I'm just saying I am an Ohio State Buckeye fan, and my sister, Erin Jamison Wesley, if you know her, slap her upside the head because her whole life is the Michigan Wolverines. And I have heard.
Go commit battery. That's great.
I can't tell you how much I've heard about this in the last 2 weeks.
Williams missed the first free throw and missed the second. Desi with the board.
Whoa. Oops. 7.9 seconds left to go, and I think we're going to the. Oh, no, we aren't.
No, it's just a 6-team foul on Lake. Three-pointer by Graham. Got it.
Needed that, boy.
That makes the score look a little closer at the final horn.
Yes. Even if I messed up on the timing there, I do apologize, folks.
Lake, your winner, 63-51. We'll come back and wrap this one up on the Toledo Sports Network and CW13.
On the job for you for over 100 years. You need a career. You need a future. Local 8 can help you make it happen. Join the men and women who build our community. Become a part of a proud tradition. Build your career. Build your future with the brothers and sisters of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Union 8. We're on the job for you.
We're on the job for you. We're the local IBEW.
The union plumbers, steam fitters, and HVACR service mechanics of UA Local 50 build the powerhouses that generate your electricity. Install and service your heating and air conditioning systems, and install the plumbing systems that protect the health of this nation. Everywhere there's a building being built, retrofitted, or maintained, members of UA Local 50 are on the job with skills and the latest sustainable building practices. To do the job right, UA Local 50 plumbers, steam fitters, and service mechanics, building America's future.
The Big Apple Deli has all the food for your next party or get-together. The best subs, salads, soups, pasta, party trays, and great lunch and dinner specials. The Big Apple Deli, 2118 Woodville Road, has got you ready for all your party needs, or just stop out for a great lunch. Big Apple Blossom Florist, 2265 Woodville Road in Oregon, is your full-service florist with over 30 years floral design experience. Whether you prefer time-honored and traditional or contemporary and modern, the Big Apple Blossom will custom design an arrangement for you. Stop by the Big Apple Blossom Florist for unique, one-of-a-kind gifts for all ages. The Big Apple Blossom Florist, 2265 Woodville Road in Oregon.
Back where I wrap things up here on the Toledo Sports Network and CW13. Lake, your winner tonight over Toledo Christian, 63-51. We got the leading scorer of the game here tonight, 25 points from junior Brandon Neal. First of all, I got to ask this first of all. Do you have any idea when you walk out on the floor that you're going to have a night like this?
I mean, sometimes you can kind of tell a little bit. You just bang it in warm-ups. But sometimes it doesn't go your way, sometimes it does, and if you're rolling, just keep on shooting.
Where does this rank out of games you've had?
At the varsity level, by far my best. But yeah, It's a good one.
7 3-pointers, 5 of them in the first half. When people talk about the zone, being in the zone, that's it. You're in the zone, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice.
Any way to explain what that feels like?
No, you got to experience it. You can't explain it.
Because you feel like you could throw it in the ocean. The rim probably looks that big.
Yeah, you just need an inch of space, and it's going up and it's going in.
Without Jacob Reddick, how does this change what you do? And did you see this as an opportunity to step up and help out?
Really, it doesn't change what we do too much. It's just we all have to give a little extra effort now. Because he was a big part of our team, so we just got to all work harder.
What was going on offensively that led to you getting so many open looks?
They kept helping in on counter and leaving me alone, and I just shot it. And they went in.
Because the second happiest guy has got to be Connor Bowen.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Because the more you're able to do that,
the
easier it's going to be for him to get his shots, right?
Yep. He did pretty well tonight, too.
All right, Brandon Neal, 25 points tonight, 7 3-pointers. 5 in the first half. He's going to remember this for a long, long time. Lake, your winner, 63-51. I have Mike Jamison come back, and we'll wrap this one up on the Toledo Sports Network and CW13.
Hope you're enjoying the game today. Hi, I'm Mike Jamison, president of ToledoSportsNetwork.com. Now, Channel 13 and the wonderful people here are bringing some great games to you each and every week. And we'd love to make your company part of what we're putting together here. We've got the reach and we've got the ability to get you out at a reasonable cost so that all of these wonderful people can talk about your business, whether it's on the internet, on live television, or live internet. You can give us a call at 419-514-1302. Let us spotlight what you have here with all of our unbelievable packages that we have, and we make it very cost effective for even the smallest business. Creative Video Imagery and the Toledo Sports Network is proud to bring you this game right here on 13.2, the Live Well Network.
Remember this? How could you forget? Bet you wish you had one of these last winter. TAS Electronics has remote car starters from $129 installed, plus heated seats starting at just $149. No one can stop the winter, but with TAS, you can have a nice, warm vehicle waiting for you. Get over to TAS today.
TAS Electronics. Feel the power. TAS Electronics. It's hot.
Stop struggling with the big box stores. Choose Gladio.
Gladio Home Center. A hardware store, yet so much more. Your home improvement answer store. A place to design your interior space. A professional and friendly smiling face. Everything you need for your home. And Gladio is locally owned. You'll be glad to know Gladio Home Center.
Blackberry Corner, on the corner of 579 and Elliston Road, is a proud sponsor of Genoa football and has the best burgers, chicken, and pizza. You know the pizza. Everyone knows the pizza. Blackberry Corner also has charbroiled pork ribs and Jim's famous chicken dinners. Whether it's appetizers, pizza, or a full dinner, the great folks at Blackberry Corner can help fill you up and save you money. Stop out to Blackberry Corners on the corner of State Route 579 and Elliston Road for a meal or just a snack. Dan R's Automotive Service Center, 4041 Navarre Avenue, has been servicing the area since 1981 for all your automotive service needs. Dan R's Automotive Service Center, world-class service, hometown people. 419-693-6141.
All right, back to wrap this one up on the Toledo Sports Network and CW13. Norm Waymer and Mike Jamison. Lake, your winner tonight, 63-51 over Toledo Christian, an 18-4 first quarter, and Toledo Christian had a hole that they were never really able to dig out of.
Well, that comes into, you miss some practices, it kind of messes up the flow for TC. And like you were saying, after that first quarter, we basically had a ball game. And just props out to Lake tonight because they were able to play their game, what they needed to play. And like we said early and I was saying throughout the game, you got to get the big guys to come and play. And, I congratulations going to Lake.
Yeah, and it was the one question mark I had for the Lake Flyers of how well they were going to play in the half-court offense.
Sure.
If Toledo Christian was able to limit their fast break points. And that was something Toledo Christian did. Lake really didn't get any fast break points tonight, but when you hit so many three-point shots, you know, you're going to be tough. It's going to be tough to beat you.
Well, you know, everything was running the Flyers' way tonight, and good doubleheader right now. We're going to watch Lake play again. They played Friday night and taking on Genoa, and we've got that game for you too. It's amazing what they're able to do with the not having the height and being able to. Coach Bollins has just got them playing such incredible zone defenses. It hurts them. It just hurts other teams early.
Lake, your winner tonight. It is Lake and Genoa actually coming your way next. So stick around. More high school basketball coming your way. Lake, your winner over Toledo Christian, 63-51. For Mike Jameson, I'm Norm Waymer on the Toledo Sports Network and CW13.
Happy holidays.